back from the scouting mission that you wanted.
Great work, Private. What did you see on your quick little trip?
Let's from what I saw, we have an open field on our left approach, a couple of buildings on our right approach, and then the hostile force is made up of approximately 8 men in a building that is unknown whether or not it has civilians.
Let me rack my memory on my knowledge of PRT negligence. Negligence. Which is one of the ways that you can be tried in court under civil law or criminal law, in this case, criminal law.
Sure.
And with our ability of negligence, there are multiple things that we can do. There's our breaches of negligence, which have to result in injury. There's slight negligence, ordinary negligence, gross negligence. This would most definitely be gross negligence, because this is wanton.
But sure, don't we have governmental immunity?
That would be true if it wasn't void due to gross negligence.
Does this tie in with all the leadership and workplace risk pep talks that you've been trying to give me?
Yes, it does. Do you remember what kinds of leadership management I told you were often best for situations such as this?
The two main ones were transactional and transformational, right? With transactional being more down the lines of task completion, with transformational being inspirational and like more hands-off, such as with a more laissez-faire or democratic style versus transactional being more of an autocratic style, correct?
That is correct, and I would often drop between these two, such as being a situational leader, with me either telling, coaching, supporting, or delegating my orders to you guys, which is something that you're going to have to learn in the civilian field to act a little bit differently.
Yes. And that was all part of the leadership and group development, right? So for the idea of forming, storming, norming, performing, and then eventually adjourning, correct?
This is true, and you're going to have to build this up throughout your civilian career, which you're going to be going to in, a couple of months? But it is important because as our little forming team here is definitely in the performing phase.
That's right. And in the idea of my future career, there was also the idea of workplace risk, right? So there was the main one being sexual harassment, and then within this job, there is a very high workplace risk because, well, we are soldiers.
That is true, and as your future job, it is going to be very important to understand 4 basic steps. The idea of risk identification, risk evaluation, risk treatment, risk implementation, which will then all cycle back on itself, constantly evolving.
For example, within this situation, we have to assault the enemy position, so we have to identify the risk of, hey, they have guns. We have to evaluate the risk between how to get there. There's an open field, there are some buildings everywhere. Risk treatment would be the idea of how do we go about it, and then risk implementation would be us actually going through it. So we would assault through the buildings to get to them. That would be our best course of action given this situation, correct?
Yes, it would.
And that is what we're going to do. Sergeant, pick up. We're moving.
Alright, index. Alright, fellas, thank you for your time. Good job on this exercise. We'll hit it up again probably tomorrow. I'm going to take the private. We're going to discuss some stuff about more PRT-related stuff. But otherwise, have a very good day. I will see y'all later.